Thanks so much for watching Afternoon Live. Oh, having so much fun already. All right, if you're feeling like your relationship is getting a bit blah or stale, perk up, buttercups. Help is on the way. Our next guest is here with tips on how to jumpstart your relationship. We welcome back sex coach Christine D'Angelo.
Hello.
Christine, it's always great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
So, people need some help.
Yes.
Do you find that there's a particular time of year when things seem a little more blah or stale in relationships, or is it just whenever it just happens?
Yeah, I think for a lot of couples it can really be of, okay, we've been struggling with this for a while, now it's time to get help. It's time to reach out to a professional because they've tried X, Y, and Z and they're really not gaining any footing, and so one of them or both of them will be like, it's time. Let's go get some help.
Yeah. Well, your help. And you're here.
Yes.
So let's do this. Okay,
this.
so what would you say if somebody comes to you, a couple or one person, who knows, comes to you and says, you know, I just can't take it anymore. I don't know how to reconnect with my person. Everything's just status quo and I'm bored.
Yeah, so a lot of times what will happen is maybe the novelty is worn off, right? So let's talk about what novelty is. Like it can exist in a new relationship, but it also can exist in a long-term relationship. So it's that part where you're having fun, there's spontaneity, you're getting to know that person, you're doing new exciting things together, and in your brain it's releasing those hormones. It's like, I'm feeling attraction, I'm feeling attachment, right?
Yes.
So how do you then incorporate those same feelings into a long-term relationship?
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of work, but once you can really identify what novelty would mean in your relationship, you can start to create a pattern for it.
Okay, because I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around it. I know I hear the words that are coming out your mouth, but when I think about long-term relationships and how comfortable people get, it's kind of difficult to go into like the, oh, everything's so new when they're, you know, belching and passing gas and everything else. Let's just tell the truth in front of you or near you, and you're like, that is not attractive.
Right. Maybe you have a boundary around that, right? Saying,
or maybe you didn't know you did
shutting
until
the bathroom door, you know?
like people get comfortable and things happen.
Yeah, so one of the places that I like to start is creating a routine and prioritization around dates.
Okay.
Dating your partner, right? So having date nights, date days, or date afternoons, whatever works for your schedule, and really setting a priority around, okay, you as one partner, you're gonna plan the first date.
Okay.
And then you're gonna alternate who's planning the date. And you're maybe gonna think back to when we were first dating, what were we doing together? We were probably more active, we were probably out doing fun stuff. What were those things and why did you stop?
Got you.
So bringing some more elements of that into your relationship. And if you can't think of anything, there's always this vast world out there of things to do. Like think of anything new that you and your partner
you haven't tried.
Something you haven't tried.
Okay.
Yes. Go to a cooking class together. Go to an improv. Any class is going to be great because your partner is going to be put in a position where you're both feeling vulnerable because maybe neither of you have done this thing and there's nerves around it. One of you might really suck at that activity and that will give you something to talk about later.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So dating again is a priority, and don't let one person always be the one planning the date.
Please take turns.
Now what about, you say, role playing?
Yes, start exploring the wonderful world of role play. It really adds just the right amount of novelty into your sex life. Okay.
Like what?
It's just something new to explore, and there's
like nurse and doctor.
Sure. Or so
Really?
here's what's fun about role play. You can take it as far as you want to. It can be as expansive as you want to, or it can be as simple as you want to, where maybe you just explore using an accent during bed, and you're just dipping your toe in dirty talk a little bit, and you have a Scottish accent, and that's really fun. That can provide novelty.
Okay.
So don't necessarily let the idea of role play scare you, right? You can go in as deep as you like, or stay in the shallow end as well.
Okay. All right. Look, any help is good help for people who are struggling. Last but not least, you say bring in more curiosity with your partner. What do you mean by that?
So think back to when you were first dating your partner. You probably had so much curiosity about them. Who are they? Why are they the way that they are? You know, what passions do they have in life? You know, how do they respond to conflict? Things like that, where it's some of those things get lost along the way the longer you're with someone.
Sure.
So being able to be more curious about them and their life is going to create novelty. So having questions where you just ask them, hey, what did you get in trouble for mostly when you were a kid? And your partner will be like, oh, I ran away all the time. And you'll be like, I never knew that.
Okay,
that makes so much sense because you avoid me all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
And then we're back to seeing you again about other trouble that's led into. No, that's good though, because I think you're right. We do lose curiosity because I think we think we know it all.
Exactly.
And there's so much more to a person. I don't care how long you've been around someone or with someone.
Yeah.
It's always something new. So I appreciate all of this. Thank you so much for all your help.
Thank you.
You're fantastic.
Oh,
all right.
thank you.
We're going to have these relationship reviving tips and more information about Christine for you on our website at katu.com. Now, coming up next, Kara's getting expert advice for dealing with kids, tantrums, and meltdowns. Woo! Hang on. That's one that hurt.